Hi, this is Jason Yeagley, principal of West Branch Middle School, and I am here with your 5 things in 5 minutes for the upcoming school week. So let's go ahead and start with thing number 1. The first thing is, I kind of have a lot of things packed in the first one, but it's so important. It has everything to do with grades, mask update, and quarantine. So first of all, you might want to look on the side because I have it all typed out. But for grades, we want to team up with you. We're moving through. We're halfway there. We're getting closer. We'll be having parent-teacher conference before you know it. And please check parent access. So as a guardian, as a parent, you want to make sure that you are seeing the same things we are, and we are working together to make sure students are doing what they need to do, and we don't want anyone lost in the mix. And still on number 1, mask update. We're doing a really good job as a district, as a building. I can say it's really impressive and it's awesome, and I'm hoping this is keeping kids from being quarantined, because as we know, that is not great for kids. There are a couple kids now that are they always have their nose hanging out, and we always say no peekaboo nose. I've had a couple detentions now, and beyond, just a couple. Kids have to have their mouth and their nose covered. They've been, their teachers have done a lot to say something about it, but if they're not going to listen, there's going to have to be consequences, and unfortunately. All right. The next one is quarantine. I'm still on number 1, quarantine and sick work. Just make sure that students go to their Google Classroom. They'll get emails from teachers to check in on them. But we need to team up with guardians and parents, because they need to go to Google Classroom to see all the things that they are missing so they don't get behind. Now, we realize a kid might be sick in bed, sleeping, and can't work, but if not, they really need to make sure they're working so they're not getting behind. All right. Number 2. The second one is about no school on Friday. We do have an EOEA day, and it's a day for teachers to, do some work, some planning, some growing and professional development. So please know that on October 8th, we do not have school, but it is a great day for students to catch up and make sure they're, doing some reviewing or making sure that they're catching up anything they're behind on. All right, the next one is number 3, Chromebook upkeep. We're doing a pretty good job. I can say there's definitely been a few issues with students not charging or keeping track or taking care of their Chromebook. I just wanted to remind you that we do have a policy or a way for you to get optional insurance, but it's not really going to work if you try to get it after it's broken. Of course, that doesn't work in the industry like that. I can't wreck my car and then say, well, I'd like insurance now and give me the best stuff out there. It just doesn't work that way. So a broken screen is $50, keyboard's $30, and of course, that's all based on just the parts, not even charging for labor. So that's important that we make sure we're taking care of our Chromebooks. All right. And I have a link, by the way, if you that's where students are supposed to click to, put in for repair and to get a swap. Number 4. Number 4 is about, I kind of have a breakdown of, I know it sounds kind of negative, but it's if students aren't behaving in different ways, there's different major categories, unfortunately, as a consequence. We have detention, Saturday school, ISS, and OSS, depending on what happens. So we hope that students never get there, but I do have a breakdown of what each one of them means. It's over to the side. So detention is the most common one, and last year the most common detention we received or reason it was for not doing homework. So that's key. But I did break down Saturday school, of course, is on Saturday from 9 to 11. I have some information on that. You'll get notified for detentions or Saturday school. ISS is actually during the school day, and myself or another educator will walk the student across to the high school because we share the ISS teacher, educator, and space. So students are working on assignments while at school. They're not marked absent, but they are an in-school suspension, or as we call it, ISS. And OSS is out of school, and unlike the old days, if you're out of school, you actually have to still do your work, and you get to do your work, and that way you don't fall as far behind academically. And again, I hope none of that happens, but I did want to break down the different major categories of discipline. Most all kids aren't going to get that. Just a couple asking please and laying out the rules just are not enough. All right, my last one is, believe it or not, we're moving to an end of fall sports and we're looking towards winter sports. So I already have some information on the boys open gym for basketball, for tryouts and when practice starts. And of course, I'll have soon some information on girls basketball and wrestling as well. So I put a little link, you'll notice. You can go to my page. Besides this principal page, I keep up to date all the upcoming events in the district, and I make the ones for the building red. So as always, if you have any questions, please get a hold of me directly. You can look at below, actually over that way. I have, should be over that way. I have my name, my email, and of course my phone extension, and I can help you and answer questions. All right, I went a little over today. It's 5 minutes and 50 seconds, so hopefully it wasn't too long, but those are the 5 things for this upcoming week. Thank you. Have a great day, and go Warriors.